Summer is all about picnics and barbecues and potlucks, and I'm going to show you how you can make a classic German pasta salad that is really quick to make. It doesn't take any longer than just boiling some pasta, and also with the ingredients, this basic recipe is just as delicious as it comes. But I'm going to show you a few ways how you can vary it and actually take a few substitutions or make it your own. So let's get started. First, I'm going to fill my pot with water to start boiling the pasta. And we'll do it back here. It will boil faster if you add a lid. In the meantime, I have some frankfurters here that I'm going to cut up. Now, I want to quickly talk about the size of whatever you're cutting up your ingredients. I'm using these penne from Trader Joe's. I love them because they're just like $1.50. They're so inexpensive, and they're from Italy. They're really good. And what I like to do with my pasta salad is pretty much have the ingredients all the same size. So if I'm looking at the size here, of course they're gonna expand a little bit during the cooking process, but that's kind of like my guide, how big or small I cut my ingredients. You can also use orzo pasta or farfalle or, you know, these little elbows, and I would just let that be the guide as to how finely or how coarsely you cut your ingredients. And for that, I just cut every sausage lengthwise and cut it in these pieces. The original German recipe actually has another type of, I don't even know if you really want to call it sausage. It's called Bierwurst or Fleischwurst, which is a thicker one. It's very challenging to get here in the US. However, I will leave a link in the box below this video, so if you want to make an authentic German pasta salad, you can find this and order it online. I find that just regular wieners or frankfurters, depending on which city, works just as well for this. It's also a great recipe to make with your kids. They can help. In fact, the basic recipe is something that I learned in a cooking class. I signed up in 4th grade at my school in Germany, and I remember making this pasta salad for so many birthday parties and events, and it was always the first one to be finished. So why change a classic recipe if it's really good? Next, I like to have 2 bell peppers. Again, this is a lot for color. A lot of people have just a red bell pepper and then they use corn. I like the bell pepper better than the corn, but here I'm already talking about some substitutions and some other ingredients you can put in this pasta salad. I have actually washed these before I started recording, so I'm gonna just cut this out. There's not a lot going on in here. More seeds in the red one. Let's shake out some more seeds. And every so often, one goes in the mouth. Here have some pickles or gherkins or cornichons, whatever you want to call them. They are pretty small. And there's a link for the full recipe down below, but as you can see, I think it's perfectly fine to eyeball the ingredients here and the ratios. There's nothing that needs to be super exact, and I'm just cutting them lengthwise a little bit because then you get a better flavor. So these I like to cut a little smaller so that you don't feel like you're biting on a big pickle when you get one in your spoon. And I can just sit here. Over here I have some frozen peas. I like to get the really small ones from Trader Joe's, the frozen ones. I'll put those right back into the freezer. I just wanted to show you. I like it because they're small and they add a little pop of color, so I'll put these back. So while we're still waiting for the pasta water to boil, I wonder if I can turn it up a little bit. Okay, I just turned up the heat up there. I'll make the dressing, and the dressing is just so ridiculously simple. Sometimes I wonder, is it even worth making a video? But here we are. Over here I have a cup of mayonnaise. I like to make my own with avocado oil because it's a lot healthier than a lot of other oils. And then I'm adding about a 1/4 or so cup of the pickle juice. I had a whisk somewhere, so here I'll show you. I'll just simply whisk this up. I'm not going to stay in here, so I'll add just a little bit of salt to this and a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. All right, and pasta water is boiling. Add some salt. Add the pasta, and what does it say? 11 to 13 minutes. Okay, so basically all we're doing now is waiting for the pasta to be finished, and then I'll show you how to assemble it. All right, pasta is cooked. We'll drain it. And there's always a lot of water in the holes. Okay, and then it goes right into the dressing. We'll add the other ingredients. As you can see, you need a really big bowl for this. This is enough for a party. And my peas. And then we'll mix. Some people like to add hard-boiled eggs, cut up a little bit. You can cut some spring onions into this pasta salad as well, and it's really up to you. And again, if you like yours very creamy, you might like to add a little bit more mayonnaise, and if you like this a little bit on the drier side, you use a little bit less to make the dressing a little bit lighter. You can always add some sour cream or some yogurt. Greek yogurt would be really good. It changes the taste a little bit, makes it a little bit more tart, and mayonnaise has a bit of a sweeter flavor. The sour cream might add a little bit to that sweetness. And while you can eat this pasta salad right away, it's actually really good, it's still warm, I recommend you let it sit overnight, because the next day the flavors will actually pop so much more, and it will actually, the pasta will have soaked up the dressing and the flavors from all the ingredients. So I recommend you put it in the refrigerator overnight and enjoy it the next day. I have another super easy salad recipe for your picnics and barbecues, and that is right here, a German potato salad that is just as simple to make as this one. I'll see you over in that video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try this. Childhood memories.